Morning, guys. We've got the combine. I think I got everything changed over, set on it. Washed the windows off a little bit this morning. We got our lights working. Ended up being a little circuit breaker behind the engine bay back there. The little circuit breaker was bad. That's what supplies power up here to the circuit control board beside the cab, and since powered everything else as far as the lights go. We got that fixed, and I think we're ready to go give this thing a shot in some corn and see what happens. The header is bolted up or pinned up. Got everything hooked up with it. Should have everything about set speed-wise, at least a good starting point. And let's go see what happens. All right, guys, so we've got in here in the field. We've went part of a round just checking everything. I think it's gonna be a little moist yet. And, the yields are definitely not good, but there are some cobs there. Somewhat decent cobs there. I'll let Colin hold you. We're gonna cut around or two, make sure everything's gonna go good. See if maybe the moisture will come down a little bit on us. They'll go, I think. Pretty sorry corn there, guys. At least there is something like it. It's definitely not high yielding, but the quality of it actually still looks pretty daggone good. Looks like we might be smushing a couple kernels there and there, here and there, but they're just, because this corn did not pollinate good, the kernels are huge. We're gonna take a sample and go check our moisture at a real tester. I'm showing like 15%, but I'm afraid we're probably a little wetter than that. Them long straight rows. Love auto steer. Walk out here and see what we got. Like we still got some on the ground, don't we? Quite a bit on the ground still. It's a lot better than it was. It's still too much on the ground. It looks like it's grinding on. It ain't as bad back here. I mean, it could be head shatter loss too. Definitely a lot better than it was when we started. It looks like a lot of the ones I'm seeing are cracked. I can probably turn the fan down a hair more. This corn just sucks. It hit during the worst pollination time possible. Yeah, look at that. That's terrible. That's worse than last year's corn. There are some places out in the field that aren't half bad, but for the most part, it's pretty pitiful. It's definitely 50, 60 bushel corn, probably. It's unfortunate, but it's better than nothing. We might can get a little bit of our money back. And hopefully do it before all these morning glories and sickle pod take over. Well, guys, it's that time of year again. We're back in the field shelling some corn. This ain't really good corn. This is our hybrid that burn up. Didn't pollinate good, but it's it's doing okay, I guess, for what few years are out there. Trying to knock this out. It's still a little high moisture according to the yield monitor there. We're gonna check it here in a minute. The grain quality is still pretty good actually, which is a good thing. Let's see what happens though. This should be our weakest corn altogether, so hopefully from here on out we'll be getting better and better. Afternoon, guys. Welcome back to the field. It's been about a week here since we first dove into our corn. This early stuff, like I said earlier, it's very, very sad. But we've waited about a week here. There really haven't been any chances of rain. There is a little bit of chance tonight, and then again here in 2 days. Really could use it on our beans, but we're going to try to finish up. We got about 2 more acres of corn here. It's really sorry stuff. I mean, y'all can tell just looking at these ears. I mean, it's pitiful. It is absolutely pitiful. It's what hot weather can do, even on a good year like what we've had this year. Anyway, I don't even want to show you guys. I mean, it's so embarrassing and honestly pathetic. But anyway, like I said, this variety will never be on our property again. Probably this brand will probably never be on our property again. Anyway, we're going to see if we can get this shell. We got about 2 more acres to go. We've already shelled about 4.5, 5 acres. We're averaging somewhere around that 80, I think it's 86 bushels, which on the year is good as what we've had. I mean, it's pathetic, guys, honestly. But you know what? We got to make the best of a bad year. Every bit of this will go in a bag for a deer hunter, and we're going to make a lot more money doing it that way than we would hauling it off. I can assure you, if we were hauling this off at $4 or sub $4 a bushel, we'd be losing our tail on it. But, you know, getting with our deer corn, we should probably break even, and we could even make a little bit on it at that, maybe. Luckily, we don't have just a ton of money in our crops. Like I said in a past video, I really wish I could have got a fungicide on some of my corn, but you know, it didn't work out. So I'm gonna take it as, you know, we're gonna get what we'll get. We don't have a lot of money in it, and we're gonna get the most money out of what we do have that we can. Coleman is on the way with the 806 and our bush hog, and he's gonna bush hog these stalks down, help them decompose good. As of right now, I'm planning on putting this property back in wheat this fall, and we'll get these stalks starting to decompose. But y'all can see, I mean, how big the stalks are on these, on this corn. I mean, we've got some monstrous stalks for no more corn than it produced. It's just pathetic, honestly. Anyway, here comes Coleman. I can hear him with 806 coming in. My grandpa's gonna ride with me. See if we can knock this out, and we're gonna bag a bunch of corn this evening. We've got a pile of people wanting deer corn, which is a good thing and bad thing, because we don't really have the corn. We're only gonna have maybe 500 bushels off this whole place, but we'll have it here in about a month. Once our decal variety comes in, we're gonna have a bunch. Here comes Coleman. Knock them stalks down and make them break up a little easier. I got my spreader truck in this little shed over here. Haven't been able to get to it in the last few months. Now we can get it back out and get it ready for this fall. Got my grandpa climbing up in here. He wants to ride with me. This is the grandpa that started the row crop side of farming in our family. He hadn't been doing too good here lately. He's had some issues with his heart. Just hadn't been feeling good. So if you guys give him a little prayer, if you believe in prayer, I'd gladly appreciate it. I'm sure he would too. Let's get the combine in here. We got a little 2-acre patch over here to our left. Just finished up here. Coleman is coming behind me, bush hogging. Y'all can see the difference on the right where we've shelled, and this here on the left where he's bush hogging. Makes the fields look a lot better. Also helps knock down any weeds that are there, and just makes all those stalk material and stuff break up a lot easier. he can go way faster than I can. I got this one little patch right here y'all can see standing, and one down there on the other end. My insurance agent, crop insurance agent, is going to come by and take a look and kind of do a field estimate for crop insurance purposes, and we won't likely get any payment this year just because the rest of our corn's going to be good, but they still have to come and do it. So I think we probably finished out somewhere around 80 bushels to the acre, which it should have been 180 bushels to the acre with the year we had, but it is what it is. We'll plant her in wheat this fall and hope for a better wheat crop in the spring, and then maybe some double crop beans. We got a few issues we got to fix with the combine. We replaced the compressor on it, and I was hoping that would fix our issue, but there's still something leaking on it. I'm not sure what. We're going to figure that out for the air condition. And then I've got a place I'm going to have to patch out here for the unload auger, where the augers that run in the bin. I got a place that's leaking corn when we're unloading, and so we're going to have to fix that as well, and then just go through everything, grease everything, check everything back over again. But we should be ready for corn harvest when our main corn gets ready here in about 3 to 4 weeks, and it's going to be a lot more fun than this was. It ought to make 200 plus bushel an acre. It's really good looking corn, and some big old ears on it, so looking forward to that. But we're going to wrap up here and get this corn weighed, put it in our bin, and we're going to put it in some bags and let some deer hunters take it home with them. We got a bunch of people calling for it, so we're going to get her done. Found a little problem on our combine here. It's one of our augers in the grain tank. Y'all can tell it is wore through, or rusted through, or whatever. See right here where they've patched it before. Guess we're going to have to get in there and do some patching. And auger's getting in not the greatest of shape, so we're going to have to replace it for too many years. Anyway, always something on a farm, right? Especially a new piece of equipment. Would y'all listen to that? That sounds like a 986 purring. Oh yeah, running like a champ. I didn't get any of it on camera, but Coleman got us a new injection pump, rebuilt, got it installed. Woo. Can't stand it. Woo. Goodness. Anyway, Coleman got us a new injection pump, got it put on. We had quite a bit of issues timing it. I'll try to go through just a real quick glance over. I ain't gonna do it right now because it's raunchy in there, all that diesel smoke. I'll kind of go over how to go about timing it so you get it right. When we pulled it apart, we did not have it right, and it's took us probably 2 or 3 hours of messing of getting it timed right. But now we got timed right, she's purring like a kitten, and we got a bunch of other things we fixed on it. But we'll go over that here in a little while. Right now, I'm gonna take you guys to a Pioneer variety plot that's being cut here a couple miles down the road with over 190 varieties of corn in this little plot. So I'm gonna go show you guys that, get a little drone footage, and we've never had anything like that here local to us, so I think it's gonna be neat to see for myself and show you guys, and we'll go over that once we get there. All right guys, so here behind me we have the Pioneer field variety plot. It's on one of our neighbors' fields here. To my understanding, there's 194 different varieties here. To my understanding, without having talked to anybody that's actually over the plot or anything, this plot is basically the varieties and things that Pioneer goes through testing before it comes out as a commercial hybrid. So to my understanding, almost every variety in this plot has never seen a commercial field, at least in commercial usage. Y'all probably can hear it, but the combine is right over there. I'm not exactly sure what it is yet, but it's picking 4 rows at a time. And there's 194 plots out here, to the best of my knowledge, from, you know, over here where y'all can see down to here. We've never seen anything like this around home, so it's pretty neat. I'm gonna fly the drone up and see if we can see much. But if I can get some more information on exactly what all's going on out here, what the difference in the plots and the hybrids and everything is, I'll try to let you guys know. But it's pretty neat. You know, about every farm, every few farms, you'll see somebody that's got a variety plot with commercially available hybrids. You know, your DeKalb 6835, your Pioneer 1289, the hybrids that are actually being sold but I've never seen one personally or heard of one where they have 194 different plots that are not commercially available. But my understanding, he pulls up, they've got all these plots laid out, I guess, in the computer. He will shell just a little ways, he stops, and I'm assuming that combine has a scale built into it, and they know exactly what the yield is on it. And they go from these plots to, you know, a trial plot you'd put on your farm, run them through those for a few years, and then if it's a good variety and they think it's going to work for them, then they will put it commercially available where you can buy it in a bag. Very cool though.
Tiny header on that thing.
2366 Case IH combine. Got a shortened auger for easier transport. It's got a hole in it. You see the hole in the auger? right down there past like where that piece of weather around this leaking corn like crazy. 4-row header. It's been narrowed up, made for easy for transport. It's got some sort of blower on it. You can hear that noise making. I'm not exactly sure what that's for, but
That blower is probably
pretty neat.
got LED lights on that thing.
It will be tires, ain't it? So like I was saying, this is Pioneer's test plot. They put the plot in themselves, and they've hired the combining out. Specialty combine set up just for test plots like this to be very specific and scientific with their measurements. It has an air system on it and a vacuum system of some sort. I'm not exactly sure what all that does, but they've actually got a device in the cab where they can actually get a test sample of the corn in the cab. I got to ride with the guy. He said I couldn't film. They're not really supposed to have any of this on social media, but he was nice enough to let me hop in and take a ride with him. It's a pretty neat setup, but some pretty good corn. I think they were saying the average is somewhere in the 180s, and if you can average 180 over 194 different plots, that's pretty daggum good, I think, anyway. But it's running a 4.0 Gerenhoff corn head, and I thought I'd just bring you guys, show you a little bit of it. I got a little drone footage I'll throw up here. I've never seen anything like this personally. You know, everybody's got a plot. Every few farmers you'll see will have a plot. They'll have 10, 12, 14 varieties in it, but I've never seen anything with 194. And like I was saying earlier, you know, these are varieties before, for the most part, these are varieties that probably most farmers haven't seen. Maybe may or may not even have a number on them. Once they, you know, pass this for a few years, from what the guy was telling me, there's 3 to 4 years of research plots before it gets to this stage, and then once it gets to this stage, they'll probably have it a couple years, and if it performs up to their expectations, then it will be produced commercially, and you'll be able to buy it and plant it on your farm. But if you'll notice on the drone footage, I think he told me it was 35 or 36 foot plot, so every 35 foot there's a different plot. So there was a lot of plots out here, and it's taking them probably most of the day to shell this, but they're getting about done with it here. Very neat. Thought I'd just share with you guys. Some of you guys may have seen it before, but I've never seen anything like it. So what I was saying earlier about the tractor, we got the pump on here. If you ever have to set one, there is a pointer in there. I don't know if you guys can see it now that Coleman's got the piece on it, but there's a pointer that points at the front dampener, and there's degree units on that on the dampener itself. Set that to 18 degrees, and that will either be number 1 top dead or number 6 top dead. You really need to be able to tell which is which. But then when you take this front cover off in front of the injection pump, there is a mark in there and a dial, and then there's also a mark inside this cover. If you get the dampener to 18 degrees, that should have this one aligned in here, and then you just look in this cover and see if you can see that little dash mark that's inside that cover. If you've got that, you're in line, you're in time, and everything's good to go. These actually have inside here, the gear that goes on the front of the injection pump has slots, so you can actually change the timing a little bit right there. But Coleman's changed all the oil filters, fuel filters, air filter, everything. Injection pump's on. He's serviced the air conditioner because the air conditioner wasn't working great. We've just about got everything back together. We're going to crank it up here, and he's going to pull it out here, and we may end up hooking it up to the cart tonight and get a close look of what it's going to look like for harvest. Because this harvest is very quickly approaching, probably 2 to 3 weeks out, and we're just trying to get everything wrapped up and ready. We actually walked out into some corn this evening that I hadn't showed you guys, and I'm actually pleasantly surprised with it because I didn't think it was going to be as good looking as this. Just from what we pulled there, and we checked, really, we walked a big portion of the field, pretty consistent across the field, and what we checked there, we done it with a lower population than what it was planted at, and we done a pretty high test weight number, just saying that the test weight of the corn is going to be low, because we did have southern rust move in on that and pretty well shut it down early, so I'm pretty sure our test weight is going to be low. But even at those odds, being less population and a lower test weight corn, we still were showing around 150 bushel corn. And I'll be honest with you, that ain't, to me, that ain't terrible, especially for a corn that was planted as late as that was. And it's basically a double crop corn because the landowner actually had hay on it that we mowed back in May, early May, I think it was, or middle of May. And we planted the corn behind that. So really, I'm not complaining at all. Anyway, we're going to get this tractor out here, hook it up to the cart, and see what she looks like. This will be the first glimpse of our harvest rig. Oh, he also put new lights on it. Got us some LEDs on there. So hopefully we'll be able to see this fall. Oh yeah, listen at the old girl purr. Boy, that's nice. The injection pump ended up running us about $1,650. We got it from Allstate Ag Parts. Local place here was going to be $2,000 to $2,500 to fix ours. And that one came with a year warranty, so he's like, heck, we better off just go that route. And we got to send our core back. That'll get us back about $800. So anyway, about $1,600 for the injection pump. And like I said, Coleman's put lights on it and got her serviced up. We're going to put some type of tires on it, something better than what's on it, and have us a good grain cart tractor, hopefully. We were going to use 4250 for the grain cart. Coleman wants to use 986. We're talking about buying it for my grandpa, so we'll get it out and see how she does. The light's pretty bright. Well, it still makes the 986 look small, but it does look bigger than the 806. The LED lights is pretty bright. Someone's getting hydraulic hoses and all hooked up now, which is a pain on these internationals, but we're getting there. We have had a very pricey delivery this morning. It's very nice, but very pricey. Let me show y'all what we got.